I'd like to move on now to something that's affecting all college students today, which is affirmative action. Obviously a very politically incorrect issue at times. So, what are your thoughts on affirmative action? Do you think that it should exist in colleges and universities, or do you think it's something that should be done away with?
So, so first of all, I think that we need some affirmative action. And the reason we need affirmative action is that if somebody starts their life in a very difficult, uh, actually, let me say differently. Um, so I think affirmative action is important. And I think affirmative action is important not necessarily to make up for particular injustice for an individual, but to actually create role models for other people. So if you grew up in a world where all CEOs are white males and they nourish and support other white males because they're similar to them and they have similar language and so on, that's going to be a vicious cycle. So I think we do need to get some people to positions of power from all aspects of life, and hope that once we do it for a while, it will be a self-sustaining process.
Right.
So once you have a CEO from different races, genders, ethnicities, and so on, all of a sudden it should be the case that they will uh, hopefully get a broader mix of people that they need to help out. So I think that's important. So for example, hiring faculty, I think political correctness is very important. Political, affirmative action, I think, is very important. Why? Because you have people who stand up in front of lots of students and hopefully encourage some of them and so on. It sometimes happens that a student sits in the class and say, "I want to work with this person. I want to be like them. Or I want to take this profession." So I think that's important. I also think that affirmative action is incredibly important in terms of equal opportunities, so elementary school and so on. So I think at the top level it's important, and I think at the bottom level it's important. At the middle level, if you say, how much affirmative actions do we need in high school, and how much affirmative action do we need in colleges and so on, there I think the ground is a bit more muddy, because I think often the reason people put forth for that is to kind of fix some injustice. But the truth is that if I take a Duke undergrad, this is not, if I wanted dollar per dollar, I want to save injustice in the world, that would not be the best place to fix injustice. So I think we need to think about leadership roles. I think we need to think about early education, and then in the middle we should, sometimes we do it because it's the easiest thing to do, not necessarily the most effective thing to do.
Produced by Duke University. Online at duke.edu.